Hi guys, so I want to talk about high availability. So what is high availability? I will show you with the diagram. So on the left hand side you can see a diagram. So I'm going to explain this diagram now. So let me take my magic sketch pen over here. So th- imagine there is a person or a user. User is accessing some data. So or he can fetch some data from the website or mobile application or something. So this is user is fetching the data. Then there is another component in our high availability. We call it as load balancer. I'll write this name over here so that you can understand load balancer. So basically load balancer is a key component in high availability. It makes sure that traffic is distributed evenly among all the servers. So we have our load balancer over here. So we'll make this a bit short. Make the text not. Okay, it's fine. We'll make it. Okay, so this is our load balancer over here. Okay, this should be big enough now. Load balancer, load balancer. Okay, so this is our load balancer. Then we will have application servers. Application server is because to fetch some server. So in case if data one server, it should fetch some data from the server. So as soon as I'll explain this, guys, don't worry. Now we'll have our primary database over here. So one database, secondary database, or we can call it as failover database. I'll name it over here. So this is my application server one. Application server 1. This is my application server 2. This is my application server 3. Okay, and this is my primary database, primary DB1. I call it as PDB1. That's for primary database. This is my secondary database or failover database. So I call it as failover database. So as soon as the user will start accessing the accessing the website or an application, first the request will go to the load balancer. So this user will access some data in his desktop. The request will go to load balancer. Then the load balancer will distribute the traffic across application. Imagine it will distribute to application server 1. Now, as soon as this traffic is distributed as to application server 1, it will fetch that data into this database 1. So in case the load balancer will not get the application server 1, it will go to application server 2 or application server 3. In case server 2 is not available, it will go to server 3. And now since server 1 is available, it will take primary database 1. And imagine if primary database 1 will fail. So this one will fail. For some reason, some network crash or something will happen. This will fail. So what will happen? It will go to a second database, that is failover database. And that data will be stored in our failover database. So as soon as data is stored in failover database, it will come back in the same path. So from failover database to our application server 1. So one second, failover database to application server 1, and from application server 1 to load balancer, and from load balancer to our system. So like that, the flow takes place. So user will access some data. It will go to load balancer 1. Load balancer 1 will go to application server 1. It will go to primary database 1. If primary database 1 will fail due to some error, it will go to failover database. Failover database is our secondary database. It will store that data and it will, through the same path it came from, it will go in the same direction and give the result. So that is how we can talk about high availability. So this is a very key component. We will discuss more about this in the future class. Welcome to LWP Labs. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to view free Azure DevOps live classes. And for more videos like this, please contact the number shown in the description. Happy learning!